In case you missed it, Gartner recently published the latest Magic Quadrant for Security Services Edge, or SSE. Palo Alto Networks was named a leader in this Magic Quadrant, and this makes us the only vendor to be a leader in both the Magic Quadrant for SD-WAN and SSE. I'm here today to share my top 3 evaluation criteria for SSE that I have filtered down based on my conversations with large enterprises over the past many months. So here they are. Number 1, security efficacy. Number 2, unified management console. And number 3, user experience improvements. So let's look at them one by one. Number 1, security efficacy. Remember, the first S in SASE is security. So we have to make sure whatever SASE or SSE architectures we are considering, we need to evaluate the security efficacy of our decisions. For example, if you want to do zero trust, you want to be able to enforce the same level of security controls and security inspection for your internet traffic and your private applications. There should be no difference. If you really want to do zero trust, you want to make sure that you're able to alter or change the trust posture during a user session to make sure that trust is not a one-time attribute that's only granted at the time of access. Zero trust should be continuous throughout the session. You want to make sure that your security protections are not just based on known bad activities or signatures, but also based on behavioral detections. Think about things like DNS security and the way those kinds of attacks are evolving. So security efficacy is super important. It sometimes gets overlooked, but increasingly organizations are peeling back the layers and trying to figure out, hey, what are the security engines that are powering this SSE architecture that we're evaluating? Number 2 is a unified management console, and this links to the point on operational simplicity, right? As part of SSE, you're consolidating your security controls for internet security, SaaS security, and private application security. So it follows from logic that you want the same management console, one place to implement your zero trust policies, a unified logging system where all of the logs associated with user activities, whether it's on the internet or private applications, they're all in one place. That makes your incident investigations faster, and it helps your ability to detect and prevent attackers. So that operational simplicity that's given by a unified management console is extremely important. You don't want to be in a situation where you have to go to multiple places to configure your security policies for SSE. And a unified management console, by the way, does not mean a single sign-on portal which then leads you to 3 different management consoles effectively. And number 3 is user experience improvements. What really excites me about SSE is that we are able to add this brain to your network to actually light up the traffic flows between the user and the application. So if you have a VIP user, for example, that's traveling at a business conference and they call the network team and say, hey, I can't access this particular application, it must be your network. You can actually go into the SSE console, or you should be able to go into the SSE console and say, look, in this instance, it's the SaaS provider's server that's down, or it's the Wi-Fi at your conference location that's the problem. It's not the network. In some cases, it may very well be your network, but in the past, because the network team was blind to the application level visibility in a sense, we didn't have this ability to support the users. Now what this does is it saves a lot of cost and a lot of time and hours spent by the network team troubleshooting. It reduces their mean time to innocence, as we like to call it. And it also makes sure that your business is able to respond to changes and be more resilient. The other user experience improvement is around empowering the user, the end user, people like us that are actually using our laptops every day to do our jobs. So being able to proactively give users alerts to say there's something wrong on your local device or your local Wi-Fi, or you have too many tabs open in your browser, which is why your collaboration application is slowing down. So you're able to give users this proactive insight even before they call the IT team or the networking team, and that makes them feel like their specific context is being taken care of when the user experience is being improved. We like to call this self-service digital experience management. Well, those were my top 3 evaluation criteria for SSE. I'm sure you have your own. and we'd love to hear from you. So please put your comments in the comment section of this video. For now, that's it from me. Thank you for watching.